Bro, let me tell you something in Kylian Mbappe, yeah? You don't have the technique to do that in your wildest dreams. You don't have technique to beat 4 or 5 players at once. There's very limited players in the world that can do that. You are definitely not one of them. Bro, let me tell you something. This guy is close to being one of the biggest frauds to ever walk into Real Madrid's locker room.
So yet again, another week and yet again, another dramatic week in the La Liga title race. Last week, I was not in a great mood. Last week, I was in a depressing mood. My co-host was the one that was carrying the mood throughout the show. But it's funny how things can change in a week. Just like that, Barcelona are back where they should have never left, back lonely at the top. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to Omar Talks Football. And welcome to yet another episode of the Barca to Madrid podcast. And we are back again on Tuesday with man like End the Stream Dave. Dave talks Madrid, Dave talks Barca, whichever one you want. But my guy Dave is in the building. What is going on, Dave?
I'm basically you the week before. That's what I am. So I have nothing to say to this about this team, to be honest. I've got nothing to say about Real Madrid. I can't be asked. I really can't be asked to talk about this team anymore. I'm not going to do the ranting stuff, bro. I'm just going to be normal and casual. And if they win something, they win something. If they don't win something, hey presto, what's new? Real Madrid, go and suck one, bro. I swear down, mate. I can't really be asked anymore with this team, bro. But anyway, we can talk about them. We can talk about them in slightest, mate. In the slightest. I don't really care. I don't really care about them at the moment. Honestly, I don't care.
Listen, I appreciate the fact that you still want to talk about them, even though you don't want to talk about them. But yeah, listen. At the end of the day, I'll be honest. I did watch your reaction, and it was surprising because you're right. At the end of the day, I've seen you throughout the season. You've taken every loss hard in this season, right, for Real Madrid, right? You've really you have not taken them well, right? You've been very pissed off. And I felt like the performance against Osasuna, right? I'm not going to lie, bro. That really warranted a reaction. But I just watched your match reaction. I was like, this just seems like a man who's just accustomed to this.
I'm accepted it by now.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. You're in the stage of acceptance now. You're at the stage of acceptance now where you're like this team is so crap. I can't even be angry anymore. I'm just used to seeing this, right? And I'm gonna be very real. I could see it in your eyes when I was watching that. I was like, wow, he's at the stage of acceptance. And I've been in that stage a few times in my life as a Barca fan, right? Where I've just been so stressed, but eventually I just got used to how bad we were, where I was like, I'm not even going to let this bother me. I'm not going to let this ruin my health. You feel me, right? I'm just going to watch it for what it is. And yeah, obviously, we're going to get straight into it. I mean, listen, Barcelona back on top. And that's because, as you can see, Real Madrid, they had an opportunity, right, to open the gap, right, give Barcelona more stress, right? But it's custom to Real Madrid. Just when you're beginning to believe, just when you start to have that hope as a Madridista, which I am not, right, thank God, but just when you start to think, I see something different in this team, well, this team reminds you that at any time, at any point, they could just mess it up. And honestly, Dave, I'm going to give you the podium, but I'm going to be very real. I'm not even surprised. I'm sorry, Dave. If you look at Real Madrid this season, all the games you guys have lost, really, right? Apart from, I would say, the Barca games, right? The Barca game, which you in the Super Cup, where, you kind of saw it and you're like, we could potentially lose this game. Every game that you guys have lost this season, you can look at it and be like, wow, where did that loss come from? You feel me, right? Because you didn't see the performances dropping to the point where you saw the loss coming. You understand what I mean, right? I was sitting there watching this game, and I was thinking, wow, these guys are coming from the back of a 3-game winning streak. Vinny is cooking. Most of their attackers are playing, or most of their players all around are playing well, right? Everyone is beginning to, pick up their own slack in the team, right? And then out of nowhere, against a team who you guys haven't even lost to in the league since 2011. 2011 was the last time you guys lost to these guys. Like,
Yeah.
Mourinho was in charge of Real Madrid the last time you guys lost to this team, right? And I'm like, bro, like, this is, we're talking about Mourinho's first season as a manager of Real Madrid was the last time Osasuna beat Real Madrid in the league, right? And you're like, bro, I can't even be surprised. I mean, obviously, I was happy. But really, when I thought about this, I was like, this defeat shouldn't have surprised me because I've seen this this season. I've seen it in the Celta Vigo game. I've seen it against Albacete, where, right, and even in the Benfica game where you guys lost 4-2, where you're like, wow, you guys are just coming back from an incredible form, right? Where you guys have been playing well, showing some good signs, and then boom, you just go back to square one. But I mean, Dave, what did you think about the game around? Because I'm gonna be very real. You guys really got what you deserved. I mean, even as a Barca fan, right? I mean, if I want to be unbiased, let's be real. It was a deserved defeat. But what did you think about the game, man?
Yeah, heavily deserved, mate. Heavily deserved. I just... Oh, man, so deflated, mate, talking about this flipping team, bro. I'm so deflated talking about this team. Like, I've got to be honest, man. Like, from minute one, I knew that the team was atrocious, mate. Like, from minute one, I saw them, how they were playing the football, just the same slow, lethargic crap that we've been watching for a year and a half. Then, obviously, the blunder between Courtois and Asensio, fine, whatever's a penalty. But there's no intensity to the team. There's no intensity. I'm sorry to say it. This team is just lacking something that I want to see, but I'm not going to see it until certain players get removed from the equation. That's facts. And Real Madrid, as a unit, are poor. So if they're bad as a unit, how are they going to beat a team that is built on unity in Osasuna? Osasuna is built on unity. They're built on team performance in front of their fans, especially, and how that stadium rocks and how it goes into the next phase when they score a goal, when they're on the urgency and they score the second goal to kill off the game completely at the end. Sending Asensio and Trent to Pluto, mate. That's where they went. I've never seen such a shocking two-man defending in my entire life. How do you let a two-man defense get beaten by Raul Garcia, bro? Real Madrid are just, yeah, they're broken. They're broken, man. All the hype, all the 8 games, talking about, oh, Real Madrid, I see something different, bro. I catfished my own self, mate, into believing this crap. I catfished myself into believing this. So, like we said, I'm in the state of acceptance. I'm in the state of being someone that will accept this until the end of the season. And probably beyond the end of the season as well. This is going to be next season as well. This will be next season, unless there's a radical change. There has to be a crazy overhaul of players for Real Madrid to do something. Yeah? And look, does Real Madrid have a chance for La Liga? Yes. The only chance Real Madrid have in La Liga is if Barcelona completely crumble. It's the only chance they have. Barcelona need to beat themselves for Real Madrid to win. Real Madrid won't have it in their hands. If Barcelona, it's been in Barcelona's hands since a long time. Since Barcelona went 5 points behind and then assailed Real Madrid to go then in front of them. And then maybe having 4 1-point gaps or whatever, who cares? Real Madrid is not in their hands. It's in Barcelona's hands. Because Barcelona have the team and the attacking potential to beat all the La Liga teams. Can I say that realistically for Real Madrid, away from home, at your Espanyol, at Celta Vigo, at Real Betis, Metropolitano, Bernabeu at home, that's going to be difficult against Atletico Madrid as well.
True.
The new camp away, bro. Gauntlet. I seen the 3 matches are running back to back. Yeah? I think it's Betis away, Espanyol away, and Barcelona away, I think. Back to back.
Wow.
Yeah. So
That's
I
a
think that's
gauntlet.
let me just check it before, because I need to understand where we are at the end of the season. And the end of the season dictates. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yes. Betis away, Espanyol away, and Barcelona away, back to back. And then we go to Oviedo. We play Oviedo at home, and then Sevilla again in the away game.
Hmm. Yeah,
That's it. Like those three games, we
Yep.
are dropping points. I don't care what anybody says. There's
Hmm.
no 9 points from that. Real Madrid fans are getting giddy, and I was guilty of this, to get giddy during
Yeah, you
games
were.
which we should be winning anyway. We should be winning, and that's the main
You
worry.
were giddy, and I feel like it was justifiable, to be fair, though, because the performances had improved. So even as a rival, I can see why you and other Madrid fans. Listen, I did not think, oh, Madrid fans were being over their heads. I didn't. I was looking at it, I was like, well, if you look at it, everyone is really firing, right? Vinny is back, he's being fired in again, right? As Rodrigo are beginning to pull up their weight. Trent is back and he's beginning to, do his work attacking wise, which kind of what was the reason you guys signed him, right? The good crossing, sit in the box and all of that, right? Midfield was doing well with guys like Tchouaméni, and all these guys were beginning to perform step by step. And you were seeing improvements from certain players, which we didn't see for most of the season. So I understood, right, where you guys were coming from. But then again, Dave, right? And I don't mean to interrupt you, but this kind of goes to what you were just talking about, right? But this is kind of what I was warning you about on last week's show, where I said, when it comes to Real Madrid, you just don't know when the next loss is coming. You understand what I mean, right? You don't know when the next Madrid loss is coming. You don't really see it like you see with Barca. Like with me, I can see when our next loss is coming because I see the gradual decline in performances until that big loss comes. You understand what I mean, right? For you guys can be in the streak that you've been in the last 3 games, and then boom, just like that, boom, you just lose out of nowhere. You're like, bro, where the hell did this loss come from? You understand what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And this is why I told you, for me, this is why I feel like I still have the confidence that we can still go win the league, because you guys are still going to lose games at any point against anyone. But yeah, what do you think about that?
Barcelona are in a position where they can easily walk this league. They're definitely in position they can easily walk it.
Mm-hmm.
The only tough game they have left away, I think, is Getafe and the two Madrid teams.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it. That's the only tough games they have left. Yeah, at the Nou Camp you'll beat Real Madrid. It's the tough game. It's those two.
I think we can go there and win. I'm gonna be very.
Atletico Madrid are focusing on the Champions League and they're focusing on the Copa del Rey. They are already cemented their place pretty much in the top 5 in Spain. Doesn't matter. Real Madrid, Barcelona, they're going for the league. Atletico Madrid think maybe somehow in cup competitions they could really do something. And I believe they can. So that is the main thing. Real Madrid have double the amount of tough games, even triple the amount of tougher games than Barcelona. And we don't have the personnel for it. We don't. When your striker, who's conveniently injured now for the Benfica game, the striker, this guy thinks he's a defensive midfielder at times. Dropping into midfield. Then suddenly a bit later, he slaps on one of those right winger cards that used to be in the old FIFA games, and now he's a right winger. Yeah. Then a bit later on, he slaps on a left winger card and he thinks he's a left winger. Yeah. And then he looks at the number on his back and he says, number 10, I will play as an attacking 10. And then we have him in a 9 and he never realizes that he's a 9. He always thinks that he's going to get the ball 2 feet right here. So you're going to get the ball 2 feet, yeah? And you're going to run past few defenders to go and score a goal. Bro, let me tell you something in Kylian Mbappe, yeah? You don't have the technique to do that in your wildest dreams. You don't have technique to beat 4 or 5 players at once. There's very limited players in the world that can do that. You are definitely not one of them. This guy thinks he's going to run past people in front of the defense and try and batter a shot in goal. Bro, let me tell you something. This guy is close to being one of the biggest frauds to ever walk into Real Madrid's locker room. I don't care about his goals.
Wow.
I don't care about Kylian Mbappe's goals, bro. I honestly couldn't care less because it's detrimental to the team. When it's detrimental to the team, I don't want to see this guy play. I seen this already in the first Galacticos period where we had individuals and they were just playing free roam around Real Madrid and they had no structure, no balance, no nothing. They just relied on their own individual qualities to win games. Yeah? So if you have a manager that tells you, and I'm sure Arbeloa is telling him, stay up front, stay up front, stay up front, in the box, in the box. If you have a manager that tells him that, why do you go outside? Why don't you rely on Arda Güler to fill in that gap there in the attacking areas? Yeah, this is honestly, yeah. People say, "Oh, Bellingham out. He's the team looks better." Trust me, and Will said it earlier. A great point from Will as well. Yeah, Bellingham. Yeah, he probably has more presence in the box than Kylian Mbappe. He's a centre mid. He's a centre mid.
Yeah,
he has more presence in the box than Kylian Mbappe.
Bro, look at this season. Look at that first season. Most of his goals, the positioning. Let's get with Bellingham.
It's not inside the box.
It was, bro. He was always at the right place at the right time. Every time, bro. You were like, dude, how is this guy always at the right place?
I would rather see Bellingham. I would rather see Bellingham playing in that role again than Kylian Mbappe. Believe me on this one.
If I'm a Madrid fan,
he's better. He's better in that regard. At least it's in the flipping box.
Yes, he is.
So when you had Vinny and you had Rodrigo on the outside and playing as inverted forwards as well, then you're gonna have Bellingham always in that box. And Bellingham can do the false 9 duties as well. Like, what are we doing here? Mbappe, you don't have the technique to do that. Trust me on this one, bro. This guy has no technique whatsoever. I tell you what, yeah? If I'm playing at number 9, me personally, yeah? Fat Dave, yeah? 110 kilo Dave, yeah? Playing number 9, I would stay in the flipping box. Yeah? I will know positionally where to be. I may not have the flipping razzmatazz to flipping get the goals, but I definitely know positionally where I'm going to be.
Right.
Bro, Kylian Mbappe, mate, how are you dropping into a defensive midfield position and picking up the ball? Bro, Kane does it, but Kane sometimes it's Kane. He distributes the ball well. He knows where the ball is going to be distributed. That's the difference. Yeah. You've seen a lot of strikers over the years, number 9s who drop into that false 9 and they distribute. We've seen Messi play in false 9 for years, also at Barcelona at some periods of his life. Yeah.
I think the 91 goal season, he was playing as a centre forward, remember? As a false 9.
But he was dropping into the midfield and playing with Iniesta and Xavi as well. Yeah. Exactly. He was playing with the 2 and then obviously driving forward and making the passes on the outside.
Remember that was around the time when Pep was putting Iniesta on the left wing. Did you remember that?
Left wing,
he put him on the left wing, and he had I think Busquets, because he wanted to give Messi a lot of more freedom in that middle area to basically do whatever he wanted. So he wanted Iniesta to do most of his creative stuff from the left midfield-ish position, right? But you're right. At the end of the day, I feel like certain formations and certain tactics, it works if the manager knows where everybody's role is. But when it comes to Kylian Mbappe, I'm gonna be real. Throughout this season, right, I have heard from different perspectives, right? Now, you've been one of the people where you've not really had a shoe, right? You're kind of one of the people where you're you kind of see where both guys are coming from. You're kind of like me, right? So when I look at someone like Will, right? Will, he has always been pro Mbappe, pro Vinny, anti-Mbappe, where he's always been pro Vinny, saying that, listen, Vinny has shown us his credentials, has shown us that he can win with us. Kylian Mbappe's credentials have been shown that he can get the job done where he was, let alone where he is now. You understand what I mean, right? And then you have the others who are kind of looking at him like, well, Mbappe is doing his role. He is performing his performances, right? And I'm one of the people where I was like, well, two things can be true. You understand what I mean, right? Two things can be correct. You can have a player who can come in, do his job. His job he's doing well. That's fine, right? But also, you can look at them and be like, well, you performing well. What is it doing for the team? Because at the end of the day, it's about the team and the results. You understand what I mean, right? And that is the issue. And this is something that is a pattern with Kylian Mbappe. This is the one thing that a lot of people don't still want to admit with this guy. I'm going to be very honest with you, Dave, right? When I look at Mbappe, I feel like this guy, he's a luxury player. He's very similar to what Cristiano Ronaldo was when he went to United. You understand what I mean, right? Where Cristiano Ronaldo on the pitch, he was scoring goals. He was the main man doing his job for Manchester United on the number 9. But guess what? Where was Sancho? Where was, I don't even want to mention his name because, can't. Like that, right? But you know who I'm talking about, right? You look at the players like Bruno. All these guys, bro, this all stopped performing. Or some of them didn't even perform when Ronaldo was there. You understand what I mean, right? Kylian Mbappe, throughout his career, the excuses that a lot of Mbappe people say is, well, look at the players he has, right? This guy, Vinny had guys like Cruz and Modric and all these guys who were leaders in the team who are no longer in this team, and this team is lacking leadership and all of that, right? That's what they use. But then I will say this. When you look at Kylian Mbappe's career, this guy has played with some of the best players of all time. He's played with some of the best players in the world when he was at PSG. This guy was giving Messi. This guy was giving Neymar. This guy was giving Icardi. He was giving every single player defense. He was giving Donnarumma as a goalkeeper. He was giving guys like Ramos in the defense, right? He was, bro, they basically dismantled that team, rebuilt the whole team just for him, right? And he still couldn't get the job done. And the fact, Dave, that the moment he walked out of PSG is when they finally got it done without him. It's not just asking you the question of, bro, is this guy a hindrance? He's clearly a hindrance. I'm going to be real, man. His performances can be great, but what is it doing for the team that he's playing for? You understand what I mean? And this is the problem. He's come to Real Madrid. His numbers have been amazing. But you guys went from being double winners to now you can't even win anything anymore with this guy here. You feel me? And I'm like, bro, look, I know he's not the one in the defense and all of this, but you just mentioned it. I agree with you with your points in the Osasuna game. I think he was one of the worst players on the pitch.
He was the worst. He was the worst.
I hear it, and here what's funny. Look at the goal that you got, the equalizer. Cross comes into the box. Mbappe is supposed to be the one in the middle challenging for that ball into the box. But why is Vinny in the number 9 area? Where was Kylian Mbappe for the tapping? Because was that not the whole idea, right? Put the ball into the box for Kylian Mbappe, right? But then Vinny is in the middle where Mbappe should be. Mbappe is on the left. Why is Mbappe on the left? Why is he drifting to the right? And this is the things I look at. I'm like, well, this is why guys like Will have a lot of good point. They have a point. Because why is he not where he's supposed to be? And that's the problem. And this is a conversation that definitely needs to be had about this dude. All right? And no, now that obviously, Dave, he's now out, right? Basically been confirmed, right? It's basically now been confirmed that, he's not going to be available, right? The keeper have confirmed that he's out for the game tomorrow against Benfica, right? Do you see, honestly, what do you expect to see tomorrow? Do you think that him not being on the pitch would actually do more for the team? Guys like Gonzalo Garcia, if they come back into the squad again, right? Do you think that it could just unleash the team again like you were used to like a week ago? Like with him, with Gonzalo Garcia replacing him, and then you're having that Vinny Gonzalo Garcia partnership.
Brother, it's like I don't even know.
Come on, Dave,
I don't even know, mate. It is hopefully the team performs tomorrow well with Gonzalo Garcia. Yeah, that's it. Really, I'm at the game, mate.
So I forgot. You got the tickets, right? So you're going to the game.
Hopefully they give me entertaining.
You know what's funny? I said
entertaining
something
game.
to a friend of mine. I said, and this is
I'm just
before I
deflated,
found
mate.
out.
I don't even care. Honestly, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't even care. I don't care about Real Madrid. I honestly, we're going to be honest. You win me the trophy, fine. Yeah. I'm at a loss for words with Real Madrid, man. I don't really give a shit about them.
Yeah.
At the moment.
Well, okay. So
like,
let's just get straight into the prediction then.
Just suck out, mate.
Tomorrow against Benfica. What are you saying scoreline wise?
I said 2-1 to Real Madrid. Me and Will predicted exactly the same. The
you know what's
reason being,
funny, right? Before I found out about Mbappe's injury, I was actually telling a friend of mine. I don't know if I was in the group chat too. I said, I don't know why, but for some reason this reminds. Do you remember last season when you guys played Sociedad in the semifinals of the Copa del Rey and you guys won the first leg? I think 2-1 or 1-0 or something like that.
Yeah. And they came back in the second. I remember. Yeah.
And then second leg, and they went to extra time, and you guys drew.
Yeah, I know.
Extra time and won.
It could be like that. Yeah.
I'm like, bro, I don't know. For some reason, I feel it in the air. I feel like this could be like a 2-2, where I don't know. Benfica, you probably would take the lead. They equalize somehow. They take the lead, and now all of a sudden there's drama, and they could even take it to extra time, and then you guys get like a goal in extra time to make it 2-2, and yeah, Bob's your uncle. We qualify somehow. Right.
Yeah.
I feel like your confidence is so short right now. I wouldn't be surprised if we see that for sure. But
like, I'll be very surprised if Real Madrid score more than 3 goals. That's a fact, mate.
But without Mbappe, man, I wouldn't be surprised if you do it.
Yeah, true. But I'll be very surprised if we score more than 3 goals. I got to be honest. I'll be very, very surprised if we score more than 3 goals. That's just facts, mate. You know. That's facts, mate.
100%. I hear it. But listen, guys, let us know what you guys think in the comments section below of everything we've talked about. Right? Yet another week, Barcelona back on top of the table. Obviously, we didn't even talk about the Barca game because honestly, what is there to talk about, bro?
All you're gonna say is that Frankie de Jong was really good.
Yeah,
Cancelo was really
exactly,
good.
Man. Frankie de Jong cooked. Pedri is back. Right, Firmino scored this amazing goal.
Yeah, Pedri's back. Great stuff. Great, amazing, great stuff.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Great,
listen, that's
great stuff, mate. Pedri's back.
Hey, listen, we got a big game this weekend.
He's a great face that I want to see back, mate. He's a great face that I want to see, isn't it?
Hey, listen. Yeah. Hey, listen, Pedri being back is definitely bringing a smile to my face. And also, we do have a big game this weekend against Villarreal, so I feel like that game will be more to talk about, and hopefully we don't slip up like Madrid did. So
you won't slip up against Villarreal, mate. At home, you beat them away. Never mind, you beat them away,
bro. Have you seen our home record on paper against Villarreal?
It doesn't really matter, mate. Trust me on this one. Yeah, it's gonna work in your favor. Trust me. I already know.
Hey, listen, man. Hopefully for sure. But listen, guys, let us know about everything we've talked about in this episode of the Mbappe Madrid podcast every single time. Big up to my guy Dave every single time. And listen, man, I hope that you guys win tomorrow to get your mood up, but also to eliminate those racist. There
is no mood, man. Like honestly,
no. Listen, man. Listen. After the way these guys did what they did, man. Listen, I don't care, man. I don't even mind. Like just whoop them, bro. Whoop those racists, man. Because I saw the dude today on your pitch today. I was like, well, he's not even playing, but still, no matter. He's gonna be on the stadium. So I hope they pan the camera on him so they can get booed out of the stadium. You better be one of the one booing them, Dave. I need to hear.
I am. I'm doing a watch along.
Him out of the building when you see him on the title.
I'm doing a watch along for the game inside the stadium.
Oh yeah. Every time you see him, bro, please just boo him. In fact, if you can get near him, near where he is, I don't know where you're gonna be, but if you are near him, just pan the camera.
Oh, I'm next to the player's dugout. I'm right next to the player's dugout.
So. Okay. Hey, listen. Just keep it PG. I'm just saying, man. I know you're pissed off right now. Just calm down when you don't let your emotions take over, bro. You know.
We'll see, man.
It is what it is. But hey, listen, guys. Make sure you guys go and subscribe to my Dave Talks Madrid, guys, right? Link will be in the collab, guys. He will be doing a live and direct at the Bernabeu. So make sure you guys go and subscribe to my guy. I will do
big time.
Yeah, I know, right? I know, right? But yeah, I will do a hit watch too. So yeah, I will also be doing my thing. So hopefully, we'll see what happens. But big up to every single one of you guys. Smash the like button on your way out.
Yeah.
And yeah, man. Peace. Take care.
Peace out, people.